lie there in that old curiosity shop.
And as usual, before we begin, today's cup of coffee is brought to you by the Hazel Atlas Company. Now this pattern is called Ribbon, and it was manufactured from 1930 to 1931, 2 years. It's an early Depression glass pattern, really right at the beginning of the Depression glass, or the colored glass craze. Okay, all right, so let's put that down and get, oh, by the way, in case you've been wondering, yes, I collect Depression glass, but I only collect 1 cup and 1 saucer because I'm not a hoarder and I do not have a 25,000 square foot kitchen, which means I can only afford to store 1 cup and 1 saucer of each pattern. Now the rule for me is I have to either find it at a yard sale, flea market, thrift shop, something like that. I can't just go on eBay and buy it because that would be too easy. It's more fun hunting, and it'll probably take me the rest of my life to try to find every single example of a Depression cup and coffee. Okay, so I haven't actually showed you any repeats yet, but we're getting down to the wire. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of cups and saucers that you haven't seen. But you don't really care about that. You want to know what's in these bags. So I want to show you. Now bear with me, it's a new angle. I'm not really sure how the sound and the lighting and all that. This is not MGM, so be nice. All right, let's see. Oh, and by the way, somewhere in here is the original receipt, which I'll show you, but I did leave all the price tags on. So yes, this stuff does come from thrift shops. So here we go. Okay, so there's a saucer that goes with this somewhere. Here it is. All right, how does this look? That's nice looking. Now you're going, wait a minute, that's not Depression glass. I know, I'm not really sure what possessed me other than it was half price and I was just like, you know, going crazy in there. But I thought, when I'm feeling upscale and not quite in the Depression glass mood, this will do the trick. It's pretty. And this is now what you see here. This is the normal price that they're asking, but again, it was all half price. So I did pay $2 for the cup and saucer. No, let you see it. But I'm only going to. I'm not going to start collecting cup and saucers. I'm going to stop myself at just like that one example. All right, let's put this down here on the floor and keep going. Oh my goodness. Okay, now you guys are going to make fun of me because I bought something that I said I would never buy, and you've actually never seen me with milk glass before. Hold on, the lid is in here somewhere. Let me just, oh, there's my receipt. Okay. So I actually, okay, so you're about to see the price of everything. That's the grand total right there. $37.51 for all of this, which I didn't think was too bad. Now let me find the lid to this, which I'm not seeing it. Okay, it might be in another bag. Let me put this aside for just a second and we'll come back to that. Oh yes, this is 75 cents. That is a piece of Anchor Hocking Ruby Red, and it is a handleless sherbet. I think that's what they call it. So yeah, anyway, Ruby Red does really well, and I like it in Anchor Hocking's. Oh, this, okay, let's see, hold on. Oops. No, I'm not ready to show you that yet. All right, this has a lid too, so hold on. And there's another one of those around here somewhere. See, I already like it more organized when it's on the counter, already laid out for you, but maybe you like the thrill of the surprise. Okay, here's the lid. It is chipless and crackless. No chips, no cracks. I don't know who made it. It could be Westmoreland, and it's I paid what's that? I paid $2 then for that. The only reason I bought this is because it's in that classic 1920s shape of a candy dish. I'm gonna have to do some research because this is actually a 1920s form. You've seen me show you these before. Everybody made candy dishes in the 1920s that were this exact shape. And there were some milk glass. Now, I haven't looked under here yet. If this is marked, it will not be... Ooh. Okay, that's good. There's nothing there. So it doesn't have the IG for Imperial Glass or a Westmoreland mark, which would tell me 1960s. I don't know if they reproduced this in the 60s and 50s or if this is a 1920s milk glass candy dish. I've got to do my research, which I haven't done because I didn't unpack everything. But I will, and I'll have to give you an update. But it looks like we have a cherry here and little, not really buttons and bows there, but anyway, so, oh, and grapes on this side and a pear on that side. Okay, so cherry, pear, grape, and I don't know what else. So we either have a 1920s candy dish or something made in the 60s. I don't know yet. Gotta dig. Here's the lid to this. I don't know the maker of this, but this appears to be I kind of paid a lot for this. A depression glass, and I guess you could argue whether it's a candy dish or a dresser or a powder, you know, a woman's vanity piece. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe that it went with a vanity set and was more of a trinket box or a powder box. But hey, you want to put your black licorice in it and call it a candy dish? Do it. I paid $4 for it, and there are no chips or cracks on this either. And I don't know the maker, but it does appear to be from the period of the 1920s and 30s. Oh yes, this is a made in Japan. Let me make sure. Okay. This is a 1920s, 30s made in Japan planter. Turn it upside down. Well, we don't even need to turn it upside down to identify it. You can tell by the colors. They have those jewel tone Majolica type colors, and it's just so clear that that's the era that it's from. There's the made in Japan, which got smeared in the factory. That's also marked right there, made in Japan. So we know it dates between 1921 to 1941, and it is from that 20s, 30s era. I'm not big on planters, but there aren't any chips or cracks in it. It's big, and I think you know I have a thing for 20s, 30s made in Japan. So that might wind up in my collection. I don't really need another one of these, but it wasn't very expensive. Pink depression glass. This dates to the 30s, and it is in a metal holder. So this is for either condiments or nuts or whatever you want to serve in it. And these are, the metal is often marked, and this one is here. I'll try to get you to see it. I believe it says Farberware Brooklyn. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So you could find these in green depression glass, Vaseline glass, pink glass, probably cobalt blue. And this was $6, so I paid $3. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, it's all right. Oh, here's the other one of these. You know, I looked at these and looked at these and looked at these. I loved them, but I just couldn't decide if I was going to go ahead and grab them or not. But in the end, because they were half price, although they were still expensive for this particular shop, I bought them anyway. Now they haven't been cleaned, so they're going to look better when they're cleaned, and they have their stickers on them. I just liked how strong the Art Deco pattern was to these, and that they're double candlesticks. They're unmarked. I don't believe it was a high quality glass company because they don't I just, you can see the little imperfections that, and the lines that haven't been polished out. You wouldn't see that with the good glass, but still Depression era and very Art Deco. So the main reason I got these to keep is because I plan on using these with the black set that I have, the black glass, because there are no candlesticks with that. What am I trying to say? A big set of L.E. Smith Art Deco glass. And I think these will look really nice when I use that on the table, because this is not black the way the dishes are, and I think it'll really add some sparkle. So Art Deco, like it a lot. So what do you think? Am I doing all right so far? Let's get this out of the way. This was, I wasn't really sure, but I had to go ahead and do it. What do you think? Can you see me in the reflection? Hello. So obviously it's a 1970s lamp, which is really cool. I'm gonna clean it and try to polish this up. It would really look nice with a great big, I guess, a barrel shade. I don't really dip into the 70s too much, but I just had to get it. Even though there aren't two, it's still okay. It was $4. Okay? Put that on the floor. And I have 2 more bags. So I got a lot for my little 35 whatever. Oh, now don't get too excited about this. When I saw it, I thought, ooh, I've seen that on Antiques Roadshow. It's Southwestern, it's worth $5,000. But, you know, it's not. I don't know what it is. I don't often see things made in Hungary, and I can't make out what the other printing is above it. Can you? I just don't know what that says. So it looks American Southwestern. I don't even know if it's old or if this is pottery or if it's composite. I haven't really had a chance to look at it or research it. But I paid $1 for it, so I'm gonna have fun trying to figure out what it is. If you know what this is, let me know. All right? If not, I'm gonna have to do some homework. I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what this is. This is a great big piece of glass. And it is a inkwell. Turn it over without dropping it. Okay, there you go. So this dates to probably 1915 to 1925, somewhere in there. It's not marked anywhere, at least I couldn't see it marked anywhere in the store. Sometimes they are marked, but this one doesn't appear to be. It was $8, I paid $4. And the inkwells, of course, would go here. Paper clip, pen tops would go here. Not pen tops. What am I trying to say? And then the actual writing pens would go down here on a desk. It's pretty collectible. It will sell without any trouble. Let's see what else is in here. Let's not count these. So they were $1.50, and that's not really part of the thrift haul. Ew. Oh, Anchor Hocking Charm Forest Green Creamer. And that's not a crack, those are seam marks, mold marks rather. Paid $1 for that. Anchor Hocking Charm does really, really well. I think it's the modern look to it, even though it was made in the 50s. It was made in ruby red and all the colors. But anyway, that'll sell with no problem. And then I think there's only 2 more items left. 2 more things to show you. Oh yeah, these are okay. This is more depression glass. Ugh. All these plastic bags. So here's a pair of pink depression candle holders with gold. This is one of the better companies. Again, I always mention Cambridge, Fostoria, Duncan Miller. Who am I leaving out? Hi-C. Could be made by any of those. I haven't really looked, I haven't looked any of these up yet. So, and this will all come off. And these were $3.50 each. So, not bad. I mean, I paid half of that. Okay, so put that down and slide that away. And now let you see it all. Now, of course, you're wondering, well, what do I think I'm going to get for all of this? Well, I'm certainly going to be making a nice profit off of it. Nothing here was a slam dunk, but it's all good vintage stuff from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Well, and the 70s lamp, which is on the floor, and I'm not going to pick that up. So, okay, for what was the receipt? 32 or 35? It was $37.51 for all of this. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get at least 20 for this. That may be lowball. Between 20 and 30 for this. Not sure because I don't know if this is a 1920s guy or not. The candlesticks I'm keeping. These anyway. This will sell easily. The Pink Depression should sell. So again, not a slam dunk, but I'm happy with the things that I was able to pick up for half price. So it's time to wash it, clean it, research it, photograph it, upload the photos, write the listings, list it, and then it'll be for sale in the old curiosity shop. Okay, so did you like the unwrapping? Should we stick with that? Or you know what? That was I think I'm gonna go back to the way I did it before. But you can let me know in the comments below.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Well, I think you knew I just couldn't stand it. I had to clean it, wash it, scrub it, sparkle it up, and put it out for you like I normally do. So I'm back. Here it is. That's everything that you just saw me unpack, including that great big, awesome, tacky 1970s lamp. Now, once again, $37 for everything, but I want you to minus 10 bucks because the candlesticks back there were $10 each at half price. Well, $20, $10 each. Let me do that again. The candlesticks back there were $10 each. Okay, half price meant I paid $10 for the pair, but I'm keeping them. And I don't mind the $10. When I buy something for myself, if I have to pay up a little bit, that's cool because I wanted these candlesticks and I'm keeping them. So minus $10 and we're down to $27 for everything else that I'm going to resell. The ink stand, the two Pink Depression candlesticks, the dresser tray, that thing, whatever it is, the milk glass candy dish, which I have not yet determined whether it's 1920s or a 60s repop, the glass Art Deco candy dish or nut server, the Japan 1920s, 30s planter, and then the anchor hocking in the front, ruby red, my fancy German cup and saucer, and that wonderful 1970s table lamp. So there it is. Okay, now I'm really wrapping it up. It's Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching and so long for now.